Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good everything good. This is African Joe again, and as usual, I tell you no lie. Welcome to African Joe's lecture series. Today, we shall talk about a new subject, a subject that most Americans probably haven't thought about. But please be patient with me and listen very carefully to what I have to tell you as part of this lecture series. This subject is the American war with China, which may be inevitable. Yes, American war with China may be inevitable. I am so delighted that the Almighty God has answered my prayers and the prayers of many Americans for Barack Obama to be elected the 44th President of the United States. I tell you no lie. Now that Barack Obama has been elected President of the United States, I am confident that he will be able to win us off our dependency on China and thus avoid an otherwise inevitable war with China in the future. Mark my word now. If you haven't realized it yet, homies, we are under siege by China. China has been invading America every day by its products and services as well as clandestine activities. I tell you no lie. China is everywhere in our lives right now. For example, just look around you in your house or wherever else you go. Over 80% of the things you have in your house or your apartment was made in China. From the clothes you wear to the things that you use to cook the food you eat, from your furniture to your electronics, from poisonous toys for our children to the Chinese restaurants everywhere in America. And these Chinese restaurants hire only Chinese. I tell you no lie. There may be exceptions, but most of them hire only Chinese. Are you aware of China's infiltration into and espionage on our government agencies and private companies? Are you aware of how China has been trying to disrupt and blind American satellites? Are you aware that the Chinese continue to send poisonous toys to the United States to harm our children? Are you aware that the Chinese government may have been responsible for the recent hacking into the computer systems of Senator John McCain and President-elect Barack Obama? Are you also aware that the United States government borrows more money from China than from any other country in the world, in addition to our China-United States trade deficits? The United States is indebted to China up to its eyeballs, and our country is drowning in China's ocean of debts. No wonder America sleeps, wines, and dines with China. Yes, with China, the biggest communist country in the world. Yet, the American government prohibits any American from visiting little Cuba over here, except for journalistic purposes, solely because they say Cuba is a communist country. What a hypocrisy! What a hypocrisy, homies. If Americans can visit or do business with Cuba, who is in our backyard, even though we have a military prison there in Guantanamo Bay, then we should not visit or do business with China either, homies. Homies, don't play that at all. American people, we should buy American. People buy American. Mark my word, if we continue to borrow money from China as we have been doing, and continue to have trade deficits with China as we have been doing, China will sabotage our national security. I tell you no lie, homies. If the Chinese have not already done so, while Osama bin Laden and his terrorist organization remain a real threat to us, but they are not the only threat against us. China is also an imminent threat to our great country and our national security. American war with China will be inevitable. Yes, I repeat, American war with China will be inevitable within the next 10 to 15 years, unless we win ourselves off our dependency on China in terms of goods and services, and our continuous borrowing of money from China. I tell you no lie, homie. China has already been preparing for such a war with America. China is buying up everything in our neighborhood. Look around you, is buying everything up in our neighborhood. If we do not stop this trend now, right now, a time will come when China will crumble our economy and throw it away, and crumble our national security. Buy American, homie, buy American products. Support our great country and buy American. Well, this has been African Joe, and part of the African Joe lecture series. And as usual, I tell you no lie, homies. Thank you very much.